Welcome to Klamtucky Bourbon Boys. I'm Mike.
Along with Dave, and today we got two, what do I want to call it? Overlooked.
Misunderstood.
Yeah, just, Blanton's could have been in here. I'll put it that way. You love it, you hate it, you don't know what it is, you've had too much of it.
Just passed it over and seen it sitting on the shelf and haven't ponied up for it yet. One of those kind of things.
Yeah, or you had too much and you're not. I don't know what you want to call it. Blanton's I will drink any day of the week.
Yep.
I'm not a hater. I brought Michters today.
Yeah, and so I got to touch on that a little bit. So Blanton's gets a lot of hate on a lot of whiskey programs.
Oh yeah.
And you know, if you're paying $200 for it and you think it's the I don't know what you want to call it, the be all to end all of bourbons, then yeah, I kind of get some of the hate. That being said, it's a great pour. I like Blanton's a lot. If we are fortunate where we're at, we can get it for what, $70 a bottle, $65 to $70 a bottle.
Well, yeah, I don't mind. What up? We get it in Oregon for $59.99. Earl's Shine, $59.99, and I will drink it all day for $60.
It's a bargain.
Yes.
$60 whiskey.
Yes.
Yep. And Michters although Michters doesn't really get the hate, it's I think it's been around. It's been reviewed to some extent and kind of just left by the wayside over the years, and it needs a revisit because that's a good bourbon.
All right, that's a good point. So maybe we'll call these the standard go-to overlooked bourbons.
All right.
Because, yeah, I'll put Michters, the Knob Creek, the Blantons, the Eagle Rare, just kind of,
Yeah. It's kind of the standard fare of what I call it, your sophomore year of whiskey enthusiast tasting, whatever you want to call it. Second year being your sophomore year of being a whiskey enthusiast. These are kind of some of the bourbons that you start to discover and get excited about, and for good reason, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I'll say both of these, if you haven't had either one of these in a minute, go out, have you taste at the local restaurant, bar, or pick you one up. I mean, Michters, yeah, it's made in Louisville, Kentucky. This is, I guess, their standard bottle, I'll call it. 91.4 proof. This is, I guess they're calling it a small batch, 2212462. If you want our exact barrel, but yeah, this is
It's great.
yeah, almost leather. We were trying to pick some flavors out. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's a great pour.
So I'm getting maple syrup, a ton of maple syrup on that.
Floral and leather, almost leather. Not like a leather like an old granddad.
Yeah, I think you're picking up more on the leather side than what I am. For me, it's more the maple syrup, brown sugar, molasses.
Maybe it's just wood. It's delicious.
I think it's got more of the what I call the, and it's not a bad thing by any means, but more of the standard profile of a bourbon, but in a very rich profile. So it's got kind of the standard brown sugars and maples and that, but with depth to them is what I'm getting off of it.
I'll give you that one. It's almost narrow. I wouldn't say as narrow as like an old granddad, but definitely I'll put that up with Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
Because I can drink Eagle Rare
I would put it more in a Buffalo Trace kind of environment.
Oh, sir, we're gonna have to go outside. Really?
Well, you just say narrow, and Buffalo Trace is
Oh.
a fairly narrow profile. Um, I don't I don't think Buffalo Trace is a bad bourbon though either. It's that's a good bottle. It's just
Buffalo Trace is that skinny bitch in the corner. Really?
you
How
heard it here first, folks.
how dare you,
All
sir?
right. Yeah. Well, you know.
Uh, all right. So maybe I'll retract my. I think it's got a little bit more pop than a Buffalo.
It
Trace.
does.
But
does.
it is narrow for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry for all you skinny gals out there.
We love you all.
If you want a little bit more flavor,
Just spit on that thing.
wow, we have to do it. It's going around, folks.
It's trendy. You know, we're trying to stay relevant here.
Snoop Dogg liked it. I mean, come on.
Yeah. He was a big fan. It's Mike Epps as well.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, well, I'll show it.
Well, and all right, so the trip is booked. Speaking of the Hawk 2 and all this lovely brown stuff, we might be going on a little trip.
Yeah. So September, the two of us and our wives are making the journey to Louisville. Going to spend about 3 days touring Louisville, Bardstown, Claremont, all that area around there, and hopefully picking up some great bottles that are not available on the West Coast here, touring some of the facilities, picking up slack. Oh, wait, that's a song. Never mind.
We are so we're landing. Let me get this right. We're landing in Kentucky, and something will happen in those 6 days, and we're flying out of Nashville.
Correct.
Okay.
Flying into Kentucky, doing our bit to our research for you folks. It's a struggle, but we'll have to do it. So we're gonna do our bit to do some solid research of the facilities there in Louisville and surrounding areas for 3 days. Then we're making a hop down to Nashville, and whatever happens in Nashville stays in Nashville. How's that?
Oh, all right then.
Well, we might report some. If I remember it. Yeah. Sorry for my friend here, but no. I might if we happen to across her bar. What I understand, the Hawk 2 girl is in fact a bartender in Nashville. We'll say hi for all of you guys, and maybe we can get an autograph poster or something because she's famous at this point.
So we do, or I throw it out to you guys. We've kind of already got our what we want to tour, but if you guys know of any,
The gut must see places.
yeah, we already kind of have a few in mind, and of course, I mean everything is back there.
We've got what? Evan Hill's on the list.
Heaven Hill,
Jim Beam facility.
Forester.
Old Forester. I mean, I'm going to be straight up. I'm not a huge Maker's Mark fan. That being said, what I've seen of their facilities online, that place looks amazing. So I think
Well, and I'll divulge. You used to could.
Makers.
You used to could.
I used to could, and I still there's always a bottle somewhere on the bar back, at the house, and
I've been tempted because the liquor store in Bend always has the special
store pick
or something, Maker's Mark, and I would like to. I'm more than willing to go to the facility and try some difference out,
Yeah,
and then purchase.
and 3 days again. I think we'd have time.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yep.
But we'll be bringing a camera. We'll be doing some reels from back there, if nothing else, and we'll come back with a full report. But yeah, pretty excited about that trip, and even more excited that have wives that are supporters, enthusiasts, and are as excited as we are to make that trip. Although I got to admit, I think there's the Nashville aspect of it might be almost as appealing to them, if not a little bit more.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be in Kentucky in 2 days, and hey, let's get down to Nashville.
Right.
But yeah, I'll. So yeah, whatever. Hidden gems, I'll call it. Which we know the big ones. Of course, we all do. I mean, we're bourbon fans, but if you know of a place that we can't miss while we're there,
Please let us know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
what you got over there?
Well, this is kind of becoming one of my new go-tos. It's the Knob Creek Single Barrel 9-year. It's 120 proof, so it's got a little kick to it. I have yet to use this in a cocktail, and shame on me for that. I mean, and granted, it's a $75 bottle. It's not over the top, but it's not a cheap bourbon either. But man, it's just so good. I've always been a Jim Beam drinker, and Knob Creek, in case you weren't aware, is a Jim Beam distillery product. And this is just such a good, rich flavor and nose on it. And to me, that is just like oatmeal, brown sugar oatmeal and molasses mixed together in a big steaming bowl, pardon the expression, but
Well, yeah, and so the specifics on this dude is the single barrel 9-year at 120 proof, and it's dangerous. It does not hit like a 120 proof. I mean, this is definitely. Don't get me wrong. You know you're getting that extra proof, and I'm surprised we don't use this in old fashions more, but it's tasty. More sugary or brown sugar profile than the Michters, but man, it's delicious.
yep, it's just if you took all the great characteristics of a bourbon and turned it up to 11, it's all there. It's just really
It's more diverse. I wouldn't say it's as narrow as the Michters, and maybe because that's the proof.
and
But
that higher proof is going to carry over the oils that carry the flavor, so that's probably a part of it. Yeah.
but yeah, either one of these, I wouldn't turn my nose up at all. And if you guys haven't had, I'll say the Knob Creek is a little less overlooked, or yeah, no. If you haven't had the Knob Creek, definitely try. I know you have what 4 or 5.
I have the Knob Creek 9, I have the Knob Creek 12, and I have the Knob Creek 18. And if you have not had the 18, which is about a $180 bottle, I know sometimes for some folks it's hard to justify. For me, it's worth every penny. That bottle is a treat. That's one I don't pull off the shelf all the time. It's one that I go to special occasions, or somebody that hasn't had it before, but I know will appreciate a good bourbon. I'll share that one with them. But
Well, and so I think I pulled the smoked maple out on the show.
you do have smoked maple here. Yeah.
No, on the show though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And blending. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I forget what episode it was, but yeah, the smoked maple did make an appearance, and the smoked maple for me is definitely one I bring camping. If you don't want to mess around with a cocktail, or if you just want something with a little bit more flavor, it is not overly sweet. I'll call it, but that. Oh yeah, mom's pancakes. I
That's
go
it.
back to that all the time. But yeah, that's another delicious Knob Creek offering. I mean, yeah.
I have forever said that good whiskey does not need flavor added to it. And I have to say I make an exception for the smoked maple Knob Creek, but it is a little on the sweet side for me, but you blend it 50-50 with the 9-year Knob Creek, and man, that's dessert in a glass right there. That's so good.
Yeah, and especially if you're not a fan of the flavored whiskeys, if you do blend it, it just takes what it had out. I mean, it's not like we said, it's not overly flavored, but try blending it. Serious.
A little bit of that smoked maple just kind of adds to the underlying characteristics of the 9 year. So that's a great bourbon. And again, I'm not a fan of flavored bourbons, um, but
Disclosure.
that is the exception to the rule. So yeah, but no, these are two great pours. If you haven't had them, highly recommend them. Um, Again, about $50 for the Michters, 60.
I'll go OLCC prices. Yeah, you can find it under 50.
Okay, and then $74.95 for the Knob Creek. And as far as I understand, it's not an allocated bourbon, so it should be out there for around that price. And for 120 proof bourbon, $75. I will buy that all day long. That is one that will perpetually be on the bar. So there you go. That's our impressions.
With your other 4 bottles? Or?
Absolutely. Those other 4 bottles, there will always be a variety of Knob Creek on my bar. How's that?
That's
always.
That's fine with me. And
can you drink it?
What you drink? Okay, yeah. So the folks that know the cabin, we do have a small little, I don't know what you want to call that,
mini bar.
Well, mini bar, but like after or pre-show or post-show, whatever you want to call it. This is not our collection by no means. This is like homework or stuff we're working on, or
the actual bar that I draw from is 83 bottles strong. Yes, I have a problem. No, I'm not.
The problem is that you're still keeping tabs on it.
I got to know where I'm at.
No,
some of those
you just let it ride, and if you want a bottle, you pick it up.
Some of those are drain pours. I think that's going to be possibly our next episode. Is we've shared our favorite top shelves on this, and I think next time we are going to the most regretful buys that we have. How's that?
That's fine. We were talking about it pre-show because I have not had mine. We opened it and we all thought the same thing.
I had to lick my butt to get rid of the flavor.
And then I'm like, all right. So then I let it mellow for a couple months, and
I had to lick my dog's butt to get rid of the flavor.
And then I think even after that, we had a whiskey tasting. I'll say 6 months after the first purchase.
And then I set my tongue on fire.
Well, no, I don't even think you had some at the time. But the Gabe, what's up, bud? Gabe didn't even like it. I think that's how it went.
Well, you say that like Gabe has low standards.
No, it's just I
love you, bro. I'm looking out for you.
I'm telling you, that bottle is just so it's been probably 6 more months since the Gabe episode.
The Gabe incident.
The Gabe night. The whiskey tasting.
Yeah.
The last time the bottle was open. So it's probably been about a year since. And now you're asking me to pull that dude out. So you will have live reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
So I know I have my bottle in mind, and it's going to be nothing to brag about. So, and it wasn't cheap, and I heard great things about it, which is why I bought it. And it's a bottle of garbage, some sewer water. But yeah, you'll have to check in next episode and see what it is exactly that we hate so much.
And if you have your overlooked, you like to drink it, but it's hated bottle for some reason or another, comment on this one and tell us what it is, because we all have something, dirty little secret or whatever.
Well, and I'm sure if you're watching this, you've probably done a search and you've run across us all through the hundreds of bourbon programs that are out there. And there are some bottles that I've purchased that were raved over by different reviewers, which is why I bought them. And then I took a taste and I lost all faith in that YouTuber that suggested that to me. So yeah, what's your biggest disappointment? What's something that you've went out, you sought after, you found it, you opened it with great anticipation, and you just shook your head and wondered why you bought that over a bottle of Kessler's? So let us know. Hit the comments, or you can always email at bigroostermedia@gmail.com. But let us know what your hateful bottle is, the one that you really were hoping to enjoy that really just hurt your feelings and let you down.
Yeah, just do the easy route. Leave some comments. We check the comments regularly, so yeah, just leave one on there.
And don't forget to please like and subscribe if you like what we're doing here. It's whiskey reviews are whiskey reviews. We try to change it up a little bit, and nobody else has got the charming personality of Dave here. So, yeah, there's that.
What's up, Hawk 2 lady?
Yeah. Just spit on that thing. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
On that note, we should probably get going.
All righty.
So thanks a lot for watching, you guys. We appreciate you. Please like and subscribe, comment. Let us know what's going on, what we can do better, what you would like to see us do on the show. And we will catch you next Thursday.
All right. Thanks, guys.